Like football, business moves fast. And when you need funding, there's no time to wait. At Fleximize, we keep things simple. No penalties, no red cards, just fast, flexible business loans. We only ask for the essentials and you'll get a decision within 24 hours. Once approved, the funds are in your account the same day. Fleximize, let's fund your goals.
Ipswich Town fans, a very happy new year from Portman Road. Hello and welcome back to Matchday Live, streaming on X, YouTube, Facebook and Town TV, proudly brought to you by our headline digital partner Fleximize, the UK's award-winning lender offering fast, flexible business loans. Well, you know, of course, today is Ipswich Town as hosting Oxford United at Portman Road. The Blues coming into this one on the back of that impressive win at Coventry. A performance that I think you'll all agree showed grit, determination and teamwork. But today it's another game, another challenge, and Town will be looking to build on that momentum and give everything for all 3 points in front of the home fans here on New Year's Day. We've got plenty coming up on the show as we count down to kick-off. We'll bring you the Coventry highlights with both goals replayed and analysed. A rewind to the previous meetings against Oxford United from 2022. Curly stat pack with all the key numbers ahead of today, plus all the latest team news, analysis and discussion with our great studio guests. As always, we want you involved, Town fans, wherever you're watching from. Send us your thoughts and predictions in the live chat or get in touch using hashtag TownTV for the chance to be featured in today's show. So welcome everybody to Portman Road. It's Ipswich Town versus Oxford on New Year's Day on the back of a very memorable victory against Coventry City. We'll talk about that and much more over the show, but first let's introduce a couple of great guests. You'll all remember, of course, Ian Adkins and Freddie Sears from their great contributions for Ipswich Town. Welcome back to both of you to the show and Happy New Year.
Cheers guys, Happy New Year to everyone as well.
Happy New Year everyone.
Listen, what a great feeling there is around Portman Road today. And actually, in the space of a month, Ipswich Town's fortunes in terms of the league position especially have changed a lot. They started December in 9th place, 6 points off the playoffs, and here we are on the 1st of January, on the back of having beaten Coventry twice, 2 points off the playoffs and in 3rd place. Things are looking quite rosy at the beginning of 2026.
Yeah, really positive. Obviously, the quick turnover of games has really helped in this month. Big result the other night against Coventry, and we're all hoping we can back it up today.
Yeah, that would be lovely to get another 3 points on the board. Ian, obviously you were watching the Coventry game. We're going to pick it apart as the show goes on. But there is a good vibe in the air today, isn't there? And what a way to start 2026 with such good feelings heading into this match.
I think it does. So you always look at the last game. In the last game, they were positive. They played with a good tempo. They took the game towards Coventry. I think Coventry suited Ipswich the way they played, very open, which allowed them to get in between the lines. And they come away with a very comfortable win. It was just a matter really of when they got the first goal.
Yeah, it was one of those performances that just kept building in speed and momentum. We'll pick it apart in a few moments' time. I'm sure you've all watched the highlights over and over again, and I'm sure you won't mind watching them one more time. Let's remind ourselves of Coventry versus Ipswich.
The Blues visit the Championship leaders Coventry City, hoping to earn a repeat of the result that was enjoyed at Portman Road earlier this month, and the 5th consecutive victory over the Sky Blues would see Kieran McKenna's men close the gap to the top 2 before Middlesbrough host Hull City later this evening. Waller Egley is providing the option right side. Here is Waller Egley trying to take it beyond Sakamoto, corner of the penalty area, delivering in towards Furlong. It'll drop for Clark, and Clark can't find the back of the net. It's sat up so nicely for him. It's a big chance for the Ipswich winger. It's currently 4 without a win on the road, so Ipswich would love to change that tonight as Adon plays it out to Greaves, and he's got Clark ahead of him, and Clark might have mistimed his run here. The flag has stayed down, has it? Clark inside the box, back to Taylor, and it's saved against the bar by Rushworth. Terrific save from Rushworth. The ball not dead yet. Adon scrambled out for a corner kick. Taylor with the effort. It was a fabulous effort. It's Marcelino Nunez. Game starting to open up again, and Nunez has it once more, and here he is lifting it towards Jack Clark, who's in space inside the penalty area. It's Clark, it's blocked by Wolfenden, but it's in the back of the net, deflected off Luke Wolfenden, up and over Rushworth, and Jack Clark has the opener for Ipswich at the CBS Arena. Races to keep it in, and Taylor just read that, beat his man to it, and now Clark can carry the ball into the Coventry half, and Clark is looking to run away from Grimes here, moving towards the penalty area. Lovely step over from Clark, he's running at Wolfenden, cuts it back for Nunez across the Burns, it's Burns! Wes Burns scores against Coventry in just his second game back. The final whistle blows, and Ipswich Town have done the league double over Coventry City.
Yeah, fantastic moments there. Ipswich Town victorious away to league leaders Coventry City. The second time they've beaten Coventry in the space of a month. Only Coventry's third defeat of the season, and a real impact win for Ipswich Town heading into the 2026 season. Gentlemen, where do we begin? Because there's so much to pick apart from that performance. Let's start with the first half, and Ipswich came out of the blocks really quick and good attacking play. Unlucky not to go ahead in the first half. Jack Clark with a very good chance, an amazing save by the Coventry goalkeeper, and Ipswich started the game well.
Yeah, started the game really well. I think going to Coventry, top of the table, you know it's going to be a tough game, and Ipswich nullified everything Coventry done and was probably unlucky not to be in front with that wonder save. And you know, it was a really good half from Ipswich, and they really kicked on in the second half.
They really did. Was there a feeling that the first goal was massive in that game, do you think, Ian? Because Ipswich were dominant in that first half. Obviously Coventry improved in the second half, but getting that first goal was quite key.
Oh, 100%. I think that's in any game. I think they dominated it so much and created so many chances. It's possibly, in a lot of the games this year, and the back four were as comfortable as I've probably seen them in any game, and they didn't look in any danger throughout, and Coventry may have looked a little bit tired as such, but Ipswich took advantage of it. And as I said before, they played with a good tempo, they moved the ball forward quicker, and suddenly they created chances.
Let's talk a little bit about Jack Clark, because I personally think that was arguably his best performance in a Town shirt. Kieran McKenna has a really good problem to have, in the sense that he has got a plethora of talent on that left wing, and trying to fit everyone into a starting lineup is a near impossible challenge. But when you've got that many goals and that many options, I'm sure he's happy with the way his players are playing, and especially Jack Clark. What a performance he had against Coventry.
Yeah, brilliant. I think we said it last time, he's probably been a little bit unlucky this year, and that's down to Jaden Philogene. But Jack's doing really well. It's tough at the minute. You're probably two best players both playing the same position, so it's a real good problem to have for Kieran, but you know, he'd probably like to try and get both of them in the team as we have today.
Yeah, I think it's one of those good problems to have as a manager. We'll see how that relationship between Clark and Philogene develops over the season. Let's remind ourselves of Jack Clark's goal. A touch of fortune. It was a big deflection off of Luke Wolfenden, another one of Ipswich Town's former defenders coming back with a little bit of help. I think Freddie, you sort of said off the air, you can't win as a defender, can you? But Ian, just talk to us about this goal, because it was coming, wasn't it? And in the end, a little bit of luck, but a very much deserved 1-0 lead for Ipswich.
Yeah, but what he's done is he's basically just hit the target. He's gone straight through the legs, and I mean, sometimes you need that bit of luck, especially with the first goal. But he's created the space for himself out on the left-hand side anyway. They've won possession back quickly, which was great. And it's a fantastic little ball that Nunez who played it over. Great weight, little shimmy, right foot, and there you go, you get your luck. But as I said before, if you don't buy a raffle ticket, you never score.
I love that. Cedric Kipre with a big impact in that goal as well, by the way, winning back possession for Ipswich Town. I mean, Cedric Kipre, I think, is one of our best players.
Yeah, he's looked really solid, and you know, he's keeping Jacob Greaves out of the team in centre half at the minute, so he must be doing something well. But yeah, Ipswich looked really solid the other night. I know we're seeing the forward play here, but they looked defensively sound the other night as well. And obviously we've just seen the Wes Burn goal, and that's a great moment for Wes. I've been in the position, been out for so long, I've done my ACL, and these moments he's probably been waiting, and to top it off like that in front of the Ipswich fans is a real good moment for him.
Just shy of a year that Wes Burns was out for 330 odd days, wasn't it, from that injury against Liverpool, that horrible injury. The ACL injury is the one that everybody wants to avoid. Listen, no one wants to be injured, but the ACL is a tough one to come back from. We know how much hard work he's been putting in behind the scenes, and it's paid off. His first shot at goal since coming back has resulted in Ipswich Town taking a 2-0 lead against Coventry, and we'll see how much that means. So what a moment, Ian.
I think he's been a big miss, and I think I'm delighted for him. I mean, obviously Freddie's had an ACL, I haven't. I've been lucky, but to actually come back and fight your way back as well, it's not just injury. I think it's mentally as much as anything, to thinking, will I get back into the same shape I was prior to that, and that goal there will do him the world of good.
And just a word from someone who's recovered from an ACL, would you choose a knee slide celebration? I think the medical team were watching on in the background, calm it down, Wes, we need you for the rest of the season.
Yeah, I think Matt B won't be too happy with that. But yeah, you know, these are the emotions of the game. Wes has been out for a year, and you're in the gym on your own, you're working hard, you're turning up to games every Saturday, every Tuesday, not being able to play, and now he's back in the team, back playing, got that goal, and hopefully he can be a real positive for Kieran as well till the end of the season now.
And look, just another word on victory over Coventry. Obviously 3 points are 3 points, but is it extra special beating the leaders twice, and does that give Town even more confidence going forward now, Ian?
I think it should. I mean, I thought the performance was excellent, and basically just want to try and get the consistency of that performance for the rest of the season. You know you're not going to win every game, but as I said before, I think Coventry are well catchable. I don't think they've got the squad that Ipswich have got, and I think if Ipswich can just pick that momentum up now and just keep it going, they've got the squad to cope with the games that are coming, especially this month as well, and I can see them catching Coventry.
And if you look at Ipswich over the past few seasons, perhaps maybe barring last season, especially the League One and the Championship season, they really started to build momentum in the second part of the season, didn't they? There was a bit of a feeling that could be the case this year. 2 points now off the top two, and Ipswich are really starting to be more and more consistent, aren't they?
Yeah, I think so. It's time to build now. These are the important moments of the season. You know, you get through the December, the January, and then that's when the business end comes. And the last, obviously not last year, but the years before, the last 2 years, Ipswich have been really strong when it comes to that, and that's got them over the line. The Championship year, the League One year, and hopefully we can do the same this season.
Certainly can. And of course the January transfer window will potentially bring in some new players as well, so some exciting few weeks ahead for Ipswich Town fans. Right, a little bit of a break away from football now. You remember last season there was a really nice bit of content that went out with Kieran Slicker and Liam Delap, when Liam Delap managed to get a 180 in the darts, and we of course filmed it. Well, that's kind of given us a bit more inspiration to film a bit more darts content with the Ipswich Town players. It's our 9-dart challenge, and it's over to Curly to explain a little bit more.
Welcome to the Ipswich Town 9-dart challenge. Highest score wins, game on. Boy, Palms has got 126.
Oh, what are we doing there?
No score.
No score. How many darts do I get?
Get 9. Plus 18.
I used to have one of those in the house.
Is that the technique to go for bullseye? 5. Double 1, is it?
Yeah, dart shoot. My walker?
Yeah, what would you go for?
Waka waka.
You're good at this, you've played before.
For obvious reasons. What's that, 60?
5.
Is that in?
I'll let you be the judge.
No, 45.
Confidence.
That's right.
You've got one of these.
Just hit the board. Hit the board.
Is that in the
No, just this. 41.
41.
So 41, 45 and 60.
Lefty as well. Oh. Oh.
You are not safe there.
Oh my god! I shouldn't have just done Jim.
You
should be sat there, health and safety.
Oh, he's alright.
You run into me when you go in the eye.
He's got a hood on.
Yes.
We actually need like a POV.
Those flights are like flying through. That's consistent.
They like going in like that.
Well, there's been lots of talk about the Championship League table over the Christmas period. That is the league table everyone has been talking about, though. 146 for Harry Clark, and he is top of the leaderboard. More to come on that. And just a word on the darts. You're a big darts fan. Freddie, have you been following sort of what's been going on with Luke Littner, and of course Ipswich have been well represented in the darts world as well. It's a good time for darts, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. This is probably the best time of year for darts. It's on the TV a lot. Luke Littler's obviously the main man at the minute. I know he's got a game tonight, and everyone really buys into the darts this time of the year, and it's been really good to watch.
And of course, Ipswich has a world champion back in 1983, Keith Deller, your mate Ian. Talk to us about him.
About me, mate. No, I said before 83 won the title. I came here about 86, but he used to come down regular and mix with the lads as well. Do you know what I mean? So you can say they've got another world champion at Ipswich.
We were talking about this before the show. Ipswich are well and truly well represented on the global scale, aren't they? Boxing, music, darts. Let's keep adding to that list, Town fans. Brilliant stuff. Right, we're going to head out now to the fan zone. This is always a fun part of the show. Our man, Dave Van, has been hoovering up the New Year's vibes, and I believe has been checking in on Ipswich Town fans' New Year's resolutions. Over to you, Dave.
Well, Town fans, welcome to the Fan Zone and welcome to 2026 here at Portman Road on New Year's Day. We're facing Oxford United, and this is set to be a fantastic day of football. Of course, New Year's resolutions, I've got mine, you've got yours. We want to find out who's everyone's ears is, and of course we want to get a few score predictions as well. Come on then, let's go have a chat. We've got two die-hard Town fans here. What's your names, please, guys? Shane. Archie, what's your New Year's resolution?
Go to more away games.
Go to more away games. Who's your favourite Town player?
Christian Moulton.
What do you think the score is going to be today?
2-1 Ipswich.
2-1 to the Town. Who's going to score the goals?
I'm going to go Kipper Nunez.
Kipper.
On the assumption they're playing.
I think Nunez with 2.
Nunez Brace, love to hear it. Happy New Year, guys.
Happy New Year.
Town. What's your name, please?
Michael.
Cheryl. Debbie.
New Year's resolution. What do you want to achieve in 2026, guys?
Spend more time with friends and family.
Love that.
Oh, I think the same.
Yeah? Fantastic.
Go out with them in the mall.
And we've got a hat-trick. Love to hear it. What's score prediction for today, home against Oxford?
2-1.
4-1. 4-1. We love that.
4-1.
2-1. Upper Town. Happy New Year, guys. What's your New Year's resolutions?
Just get more fitter, do a lot of marathons next year, I've got this year, so yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah. Much the same, really. Improve health and fitness, and hopefully we're in for a good second half.
Fingers crossed, indeed. Obviously, got Oxford today at home. What do you think the score's going to be?
I think 3-0. Who we got this today? We got this today, 3-0.
Here we go. Love to hear that.
It'll be a bit tight. I think it's going to be 1-0. I think people are going to expect after Coventry. I think it's going to be a different game. So
Last minute screamer?
Could be, hopefully.
Feel good, wouldn't it? Happy New Year, guys. Upper Town. Right, JT, we've got one more Town fan here with us. What's your name, please, buddy?
Jackson.
Who's your favourite Town player?
Jaden Phillips.
Do you think he's going to score today?
Yes.
And what do you think the score's going to be?
3-1 Ipswich.
3-1 to Town. Give me a high five. Happy New Year. Love the Gucci drip. Here we go.
Hi Dave, what's your New Year's resolution?
My New Year's resolution is to have more ketchup, less mustard. Here we go. And there you have it, JT. What a time to be a Blue. To you Town fans watching, Happy New Year. And by the way, JT, I did get my coffee machine. Energy's high. Score prediction for myself, 3-0 to the Super Blues. JT, back to you in the gantry. Upper Town, here we go.
I think we need to do a bit of Dave Van bingo. If he throws the microphone, you get a point. If he says Upper Town, you get 2 points. And we'll have a think about what 3 points could be. Dave Van, always good vibes in the fan zone. He's obviously back in the stadium now doing the stadium announcements. Talking about New Year's resolutions with the fans. Have you guys got any New Year's resolutions? Is it something that you do every year?
Ian?
Hope my kids don't keep asking for money. Got banker dad.
So give the kids less money for Ian.
Yeah, less money. Chinese off the chocolate, I think. We've had a lot of chocolate and stuff over Christmas.
Really?
So,
the sweet tooth has been in
try
play?
and have a little bit of a break from that.
As a footballer, you're obviously very busy over the festive period, and obviously New Year's Day is a big part on the calendar. But for footballers, you need an early night. Was that something that you were sort of glad to get back into your life when you retired? Or I mean, obviously it's a privilege being a footballer, but you miss these times, don't you?
Yeah, definitely. Mick McCarthy famously used to say that your Christmas and birthdays are in May and June, so this is work time. This is work time. So this is probably your busiest period over the Christmas period. Obviously Christmas, New Year, so you sort of miss out on a lot. But you know, these are the days you want to be out there playing football, and this is where you get your points as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Would you sort of echo those sentiments? You know, time for celebration is not during a football season for a footballer, is it?
No, you can't. I mean, you've got to prepare right. Simple as that. Probably more so now than what we did before. Do you know what I mean? Where you've got sports science, you've got everything's monitored, everything's checked. Years ago, basically, you used to look after yourself, and you knew that New Year's Eve, Boxing Day, Christmas, you couldn't go out, you couldn't go drinking. You had to prepare for the game because you had so many games. And to be fair, I remember playing a game of it was Arsenal the Saturday for Sunderland, Man United on the Tuesday, Liverpool on the Wednesday, Notts Forest on the Saturday. Take that. We got on with it, and you had to do it, but you couldn't go out. It was one of them, and I think my mind's tuned in. I don't know, Freddie, I'm the same now. If I went out last night, I did. I couldn't be bothered. Just so tuned in.
That is a busy Christmas period, if ever I heard. Good memories. Right, let's remind ourselves of some other good memories, again from the festive period. We're going to turn back the clock 3 years to the last time Ipswich Town hosted Oxford here at Portman Road back in 2022. Was a 3-0 victory. Let's remind ourselves of that now.
And here come the two sets of players. Boxing Day football at Portman Road as Ipswich Town walk out for their final home match of 2022. Referee says no. Portman Road is not happy, and Wolfenden here, superb piece of defending. He stayed alert. And a potentially worrying defensive moment has turned into an attack. Oh, brilliant again from Wolfenden. Here's Harness. Up towards Chaplin. Ladapo! Freddie Ladapo! Double figures for the season. Ipswich 1, Oxford 0. In it comes from Davis. Burns! Brilliant! Brilliant from Wes Burns! He was never going to blow up there. Evans, what a game he has had. And here's Aluko, and Chaplin's in. If he can reach him, it's Connor Chaplin! It's 3-0! It's 3 points on Boxing Day! Connor Chaplin! There's a moment of hesitation at the back. It's all over, and listen to that applause. Ipswich have very comfortably beaten Oxford here on Boxing Day.
Boxing Day 2022, Ipswich Town 3-0 victory over Oxford. And just a word on Wes Burns and Leif Davis, who were both obviously playing and linking up and getting assist and goals in that game. I mean, they've been absolute servants for this club. Both been here for many years now, and long may it continue. Consistency is a hard thing to find in football, but we certainly found it at this football club.
Yeah, definitely. Their two boys have obviously come through the League One, the Championship, and to still be going is a testament to them. You know, they've probably seen a hell of a lot of teammates over the last few years, but it's great to see Leif. Obviously, he was missing the other night. Really looking forward to seeing him today. And obviously, Wes was a massive player when we got promoted from the Championship to the Premier League. So I'm sure everyone is hoping, and hopefully we see a bit more of him today.
And I love winding back the clock with those sort of older match days. It was the beginning of the really good times for Ipswich Town recently. Stadium a little bit more empty, you know, a fresh coat of paint needed. It just, you watch that and then you look behind you today and see how fresh this stadium's looking, how packed it's going to be here on Portman Road on New Year's Day 2026. The club's just come so far.
I think it has. I think we tend to forget maybe that the momentum of the club coming up from Division 1 to the Championship, and the partnerships that were out on that pitch with Davis, Chaplin, Burns, maybe Clark, Kabitu and Zabi, and they had good partnerships all over the place. And there's 8 new players in that side, and that they don't happen overnight. So hopefully you generally get through November, December, the continuity comes in, you gain confidence in your teammates as well because you've not been in there before, and hopefully that showed in the Coventry game, and from that they'll go from strength to strength.
Let's get stuck into it and building up to today's game. Firstly, obviously we're in very good shape having just beaten the league leaders, but there is obviously the small matter of the fact that the last time we played Oxford United we were defeated. That wasn't that long ago. That's something that Town are going to want to put right. There's something that we're going to want to learn from. Listen, it's one of those games on a different day, could have been a different outcome, but it's a threat that Ipswich Town need to be aware of today.
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, that game was a Friday night live on Sky at Oxford, so it's going to be a little bit different today. You know, Oxford are without a manager at the minute. They come into Portman Road. Ipswich on a real high after the win the other night, and a lot of people are probably coming here expecting Ipswich to put on a show today. But Oxford are a good team. They'll still have good threats, and it's down to Ipswich to start well, and hopefully we can see a few goals today.
Obviously, it's a club closer to your heart, Ian, being their manager from 2001 to 2004. Have you watched much of Oxford this season, and is there sort of anything about the philosophy of that club that you can give us a bit of insight into?
Not really. I think they've done very well. I mean, obviously, not long ago they were in the conference when they got relegated. A bit surprised they got rid of Gary Rowett, because you knew Gary's teams were going to be hard to beat. They closed the gaps like they did on the Friday night when Ipswich played, denied them space. So it's going to be interesting today to see what kind of style that Craig Short's got, whether they play a bit more expansive or not, I don't know. But as a club, it's a good club. It's always obviously a three-sided stadium. You can only get so many in. Firos Kassam owns that stadium. So it's difficult money putting out for wages and everything. And to stay in the league, for me, Oxford do very well. But I'm a little bit fearful for them now with Gary Rowett going rather than him staying. So he knows how to get results, and he knows how to get results under difficult circumstances. And they'll be fighting for their life. But I'm just interested to see how Craig's got them set up today.
It could be a tough game for Oxford today, couldn't it? With Middlesbrough away to Derby today, listen, we're focusing on ourselves, and we can only change what we can change on the pitch. But there is a chance Ipswich Town could start the year inside the top two. If Middlesbrough drop points away to Derby and we beat Oxford for the first time this season, Ipswich could be back in those automatic promotion spots. How significant could that be? Does that add extra pressure? There's a lot of questions to be raised around that possibility. What are your thoughts on that, Freddie?
Yeah, I think psychologically it will be big to get back to second, but I think Ipswich is just more concerned on coming today, playing really well, getting the 3 points, moving on to Portsmouth on Sunday. There's going to be lots of slips, whether it's Ipswich, whether it's Middlesbrough, whether it's Coventry between now and then. We're all just hoping that Ipswich can be in that top two and really chase Coventry down now. Yeah, that's the aim, is it, to chase Coventry? I think so. Looking at Coventry, obviously the other night Ipswich probably put a stop to them, but they're a strong team. They're winning a lot of games. It'll be interesting to see how they get on today or whenever they're playing. And yeah, I think that'll be the aim for Ipswich now, to try and get as close to Coventry as they can. Home form's been good, hasn't it, so far this season? How important is that home form going to be for the remainder of this season, for the next half of the championship year, and specifically today? The fans are always fantastic at Portman Road. It's a big part of what we're doing here, isn't it? The home attendance, the home factor, playing in front of your home crowd is going to be important here. I think it is. As I said before, the whole place has been lifted over the last few years. The stadium, the crowd, you're getting 28,000 in. It's incredible. And probably the home games could possibly be the hardest ones, where you know people are going to sit behind the ball, they're going to sit very, very deep, they're going to close the gaps, they're going to deny it space. And it's a matter of getting that first goal. I think once if you get the first goal, then, you know what I mean, people have got to open up a little bit, and they can. Away from home, they find it a little bit better, to be fair. People have got to come at them. So just keep winning your games, picking up your points. But if they could get to second today, Middlesbrough lose, Ipswich win, psychologically I think it's a great time. And as Freddie will tell you, everybody forgets the first half of the season or the first 10 games. You always remember the seconds, the business half of the season. This is the time now to stretch the legs. Certainly is. And just to mention on getting that first goal, Ipswich still haven't won a game having gone behind this season. I don't know if that's the worst stat in the world, because you don't want to go behind, so just keep winning games, score that first goal and you're absolutely fine. But first goal is always important, isn't it? So hopefully that'll be the case today. But let's take a look back at some of the statistics between these two teams over the years. We're going to go throw back to James Kirkland, Curly as he's otherwise known, for today's stat pack for Ipswich versus Oxford.
Happy New Year, Town fans. Here's all you need to know about our match against Oxford United. We've played against the U's 29 times in all competitions, lost 8, drawn 10, got 1 11. So today, we're feeling very confident. Who remembers the match against Oxford United in February 1998? No? Me neither. Let me remind you, Town recorded their biggest victory against the U's with a 5-2 win in the old Division 1. Everybody loves goals, and against Oxford United, 5 Ipswich Town players have scored 2, including our very own Leif Davis. David Johnson has scored 4, but out in front is Jason Dazelle with 5. However, I'm still waiting for this guy to get off the mark. Here's a fun fact for you. Remember that game I was telling you about in 1998 against Oxford? Well, whilst Richard Wright was receiving treatment for stitches, Super Matty Holland went in goal. Unfortunately, he did concede, but did make amends later on by putting one in the right net.
Great stuff, Curly, going through some of the statistics between these two teams over the past few years. Ipswich versus Oxford, 1998. I do remember that one. That feels like a lifetime ago, though, doesn't it? Great to go back through the archives once again. All right, let's focus on today's match and take a look at the starting 11 that Kieran McKenna has gone for today, and we'll pick it apart with Freddie and Ian now. Man of the moment, Jack Clark on your screens there. He will be starting on the bench today. So Kieran McKenna returning Jaden Philogene to the starting lineup. And you'll see there Chuba Akpom will be leading the line. A big opportunity for Chuba. He's only scored one goal this season. Could be a chance for him to add to his tally today, do you think, Freddie?
Yeah, real big. Again, probably another one who's probably disappointing in the lack of game time he's getting at the minute and the opportunities. But today's the day where hopefully he can get a few goals, confidence high. And like we said about Wes Byrne earlier, if you can get Chuba Akpom firing, he'll be a big player for Ipswich Town in the running this season.
Is this a good example of Kieran McKenna really using and flexing that squad depth? Jack Clark clearly in fantastic form on the back of a fantastic match, which was only a few days ago. Why not rest him and give Jaden Philogene, another informed player, a chance on that left wing? Amazing squad depth that we've got this season.
Yeah, as I was saying before, it's certainly they've got the squad, but I don't think Coventry have, and I don't think Middlesbrough have. And you've got a lot of games now coming up in January as well, so it's important that you use them. I mean, I've seen a lot of Akpom even going back to Middlesbrough before he went to Ajax, and he has got a lot going for him. But against like Freddie will tell you as a striker as well, you need games sometimes. And the more games you get, the sharper you get. But he's got such a strong squad, the stronger of the squad of the top six. And that's why I think they'll stretch the legs.
Something we've spoken about for years is just how impressive Ipswich Town manager Kieran McKenna is at getting the absolute best out of players. We saw that with the back-to-back promotions, a lot of the League One runners-up teams then going on to win promotion of the Championship. Are we seeing that this season? Kieran McKenna, player by player, when you look at that starting 11, starting to get the absolute best out of those players?
Yeah, I think we are. I think obviously Jaden Philogene's probably the standout this season. When he started, it probably didn't always go to plan, but this year he's been really good, and he's probably one of the players that have really helped with Kieran. So he's definitely one. Just looking at the squad, the bench is really strong for this level. So I think Kieran's probably got a few problems that he likes, but you know, for players like Ian just said, for someone like Chuba Akpom, you want to be playing games, you want to be scoring goals, and hopefully today we can see the best of Chuba.
Well, you mentioned the bench. Let's take a look, shall we? Because without doubt, Kieran McKenna will at one point turn to that bench. And actually, Ian, let's just take a look at the name top of that list, Palmer. He has been a fantastic goalkeeper for Ipswich Town, has now returned from injury, but like every player, will have to fight for a position back in the starting 11. It's another problem that Kieran McKenna has, another good problem to have in the sense that he's got two keepers, and listen, let's not forget Button as well, all capable of starting games for Ipswich Town. Fantastic.
I think he has, but again, the beauty of the squad is Walton. He's got a lot of experience, a lot of Brighton, a lot of Wigan. Come here, he's got promotions as well, so to have someone to come into the side like that when Palmer did get injured, there's not many teams in the division can say they've got that facility.
How good is it to see Burns back in the Ipswich Town squad as well, fresh off the back of a goal against Coventry in his first shot back from injury. Taylor Young, Johnson, McAteer, Greaves and Avon. Of course, Jack Clark could well be a player that we see making his appearance later on in the game and hopefully continuing with his brilliant scoring record so far this season. That is the Ipswich Town starting 11. Here to talk to us about the Oxford United starting 11 is our man, Glenn Wheeler. Over to you, Glenn.
Thanks, James. Well, naming his third starting 11 since becoming interim head coach following Gary Rowett's departure just before Christmas, Craig Short makes 4 alterations to the team that began the 1-0 home defeat against Swansea on Monday night. At the back, Sam Lung comes in for Brodie Spencer at right back, which means that Oxford line up with the same defensive unit that started the 2-1 win against Ipswich at the end of November. In midfield, the experienced Will Vaulks replaces Fulham loanee Luke Harris to play alongside Brian de Keersmaker, whilst Bulgaria international Filip Krastev makes his first start since the 6th of December, and he will operate on the left wing. The right side will be occupied by former Norwich man Przemysław Proketa, who scored the winner in the reverse fixture, and Spurs loanee Will Lancashire, who also impressed off the bench during that game, will lead the line. The Oxford bench includes the son of former England international Danny Mills. Stanley Mills scored the late winner against Southampton on Boxing Day, and former Ipswich left-back Greg Lee is also named amongst the substitutes.
Glenn, thank you very much indeed. Before we let you go, there does really feel like there's a good feel-good factor in the air today, doesn't there? On the back of that Coventry City victory, how impressed were you by Ipswich? Because it was an amazing 2-0 win against Coventry the other day, wasn't it?
Yeah, I thought Ipswich had total control during the first half, and then weathered a Coventry fight back at the start of the second period, and then signed off. I think me and Westy both on commentary getting emotional with that Wes Burns goal. What a moment that was. One of the highlights, potentially, of 2025.
Just finally, I know you're a man of routine. Any New Year's resolutions for you, Glenn?
Not particularly, to be honest. Keep working, try and do as many games as possible, and today, stay warm. I've got my heated gilet on for the first time, so enjoying this one.
It is a chilly one indeed. Thank you very much indeed. Glenn Wheeler, our lead commentator, will be describing the action shortly. Right, let's hear from one of the Ipswich Town players. Azomata Siwa has been speaking to Town TV's Howie Bloom.
Azor, another quick turnaround for the game today. How are you feeling for it?
Yeah, feeling good. Feeling ready for the game. We had a really good training week, so and especially after the Coventry win, we have a lot of confidence, of course, and yeah, we are ready for the game.
Yeah, so much to build on from that performance at Coventry, isn't there?
Yes, really good first half. Second half, the first 5-10 minutes a bit tough, but really we managed it really good, and to be honest, I think it was our best half of the season.
What sort of challenge do you expect from Oxford today?
I think it's going to be a team who's going to defend a lot. I think it's going to be a totally opposite game, so we're going to defend a lot. Yeah, a bit of park the bus. Be strong with set plays and encounters, so we have to be ready for that. But as long as we play our own game, we should beat them.
And how excited are you to start the new year at home in front of the Blue Army?
Yeah, really excited. So we want to start the new year well with a win, with a good performance, and I think it's going to be a good day for us today.
Good luck today.
Thank you.
Great to hear from Azor Matasiwa, who is very quickly becoming one of my favourite Ipswich Town players. He's got a sort of cheeky smile on his face, doesn't he? And a really, really important part of Kieran McKenna's team. Listen, we're not too far away from kick-off now. What are your feelings about today, Ian? We'll start with you. Your old club, Oxford United, without a manager, but they did cause problems for Ipswich last time we played them. What are your feelings? Is it going to be a win for Ipswich Town, and can we push you for a score prediction even?
Yeah, I think they will. I said before, if they could play with the same kind of tempo as what they did against Coventry, obviously you know you're going to have a lot of the ball, but if we could move it quick and get in between the spaces. I'm just interested to see how Oxford actually set up after Gary Rowett's. So I know how Gary Rowett's team would play. I'm not quite sure of that, but I can still see Ipswich winning 2-0. It'll be a good scoreline for me.
When we were hearing the thoughts of Matasiwa, you were starting to get excited, weren't you? The buzz is in the air, the stadium is filling, you've got probably close to 30 players on the pitch now warming up and getting ready for the kick-off. The buzz is in the air, and it's a good feeling, isn't it?
Yeah, there is. These are the moments you miss, do you know what I mean? You come to Portman Road now, the boys are 10-15 minutes away from kick-off, the crowd's bouncing, and yeah, I'm going really convincing 3-0 Ipswich today, 3-0 Ipswich.
Yeah.
What about yourself?
I don't usually make predictions, but actually today I've got a feeling there's going to be some goals. I think it's going to be 4-0 to Ipswich. I think Chubrackpong's going to get on the score sheet. I think he's going to have a point to prove. I think Jaden Philogene is going to grab a couple. and I'm going to say Cedric Kipre, header from a corner. Seems like an obvious prediction for Cedric Kipre because he's got goals in the bag. Again, another comment on Kipre. Obviously, he's a loan signing, but he's been absolutely fantastic. The January transfer window will bring with it some speculation, as it always does, but there's a good squad there. Maybe a couple of additions, do we think?
Maybe. I think the way Ipswich are going at the minute, they would like to add one or two, but there's a really strong squad here at the minute, so you've got to be careful not having too many. I don't know if any will go out or come in, but I'm sure, January, when the window opens, you get one or two fresh faces and it really does lift the squad, and that could be the difference come the end of the season.
Yeah, same sort of thoughts.
Yeah, it's so quick how they can get Hurst back as well, just the forward line. Remember, a year ago they bought Kiefer Moore in 18 months. Just everybody thought Kiefer Moore never fit in here. He got 7 goals and helped the team up, and it was a godsend at both ends as well, in both boxes, one to attack, one to defend. So if anything, probably another striker that will complement everybody else.
Seriously good signing, Kiefer Moore, wasn't he?
Yeah, I think he was at the time, and people question how's he going to fit into this system. He won't come short, he won't. And what he did, he occupied defenders in the box. You put the ball in the box, he very rarely came out.
You two watch a lot of football, obviously you still play. Any predictions on whom may come in? Any areas you want to target that perhaps need a little bit of sort of tweaking? There's competition across the park now. We could finish the season with this team and probably still be in with a good shot of finishing top 2, but are there any areas you'd want to strengthen, Freddie?
Yeah, I think Ian just said it. Probably a goal scorer is what we're lacking a little bit at the minute. Obviously with Hurst injured, Sammy's injured, who still waiting to see Sammy at his best for Ipswich, because he's one who could definitely get 20 goals, and probably a striker for me. It'd be nice to see, I'm not sure who, but a few more goals would be nice.
A good mate of yours, Smods, as well. I remember, I think it was the West Ham game, you were having a good chat with him before the game, weren't you? You still keep close relationship with a lot of these players, don't you? Yeah,
Sammy's a real good friend of mine. I think for me and probably for him, he's a little bit disappointed so far. He's not been able to show his best form, whether that's down to injuries, getting in the team, being out of the team, but he's definitely one, as well as Chuba, I'm excited to see and really looking forward to seeing him back.
Well, listen, thank you both very much for your contributions over the show. You're both going to stay and watch it in the press box, so we've only got a couple of feet to go over there to sit down and watch. We'll, of course, be back for the half-time show, where hopefully we'll have a lot of action to unpack. Just a reminder that wherever you are, in an international point of view, you can tune in and pay for your £10 match pass to watch Ipswich Town playing against Oxford United. That's it for Matchday Live. We will, of course, be back again in a few days. Ipswich Town will be travelling to Portsmouth, but we'll see you at half-time, Town fans. Thanks for tuning in. Over to Glenn Wheeler and to Ian Westlake for full match commentary.
Just like football, business moves fast. And when you need funding, there's no time to wait. At Fleximize, we keep things simple. No penalties, no red cards, just fast, flexible business loans. We only ask for the essentials and you'll get a decision within 24 hours. Once approved, the funds are in your account the same day. Fleximize, let's fund your goals.
When we started this, did we ever think we'd have a partnership with a football club? Absolutely not. This is beyond our wildest dreams. We pretty much exclusively hire graduates at Halo. We're very proud of our Suffolk roots. Halo's a pretty passionate, positive, enthusiastic place generally, but when you've also got what's going on at the football club, and it's just blending passion and enthusiasm.